Chassidic gems on Parshas Noach. Eile Toldos Noach, Noach ish tzaddik. Everybody knows the first Rashi in Parshas Noach, where the Torah says, Eile Toldos Noach, these are the, Toldos means children, these are the children of Noach. And instead of saying Shem, Chom, V'yofes, it says, these are the children of Noach, Noach ish tzaddik. Noach was a tzaddik. Is the fact that Noach was a tzaddik, is that a child of Noach? It's not even a child. Emfit Rashi, Rashi answers, one of the answers in Rashi is that this teaches us that the main children of tzaddikim are his good deeds. Which means to say, there's such a thing as tangible children, actual children, and there's such a thing as intangible children, namely good deeds. Which is bigger? Which is a bigger production that this person has issued from him? The fact that he had tangible children or intangible children, which means his good deeds. So Rashi is saying here that the Iker Toldoseim Shel Tzadikim, the main children of Tzadikim, are their good deeds. The intangible children, the good deeds that he did, is even more greater than the actual children, Shem, Cham, V'yafes. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah Charav HaKodesh, Rabbi Yisrael Mimojitz, says, the words of Rashi, She'ikir Toldoseim Shel Tzadikim, that the main children of Tzadikim, the Pasuk is saying it's not enough that they should have yichus. It's not enough that they are Toldoseim Shel Tzadikim, that they're children of Tzadikim, but they have to do good deeds. It's not enough to be born into a family where they are tzaddikim. Iker Toldoseim Shel Tzadikim, the main children of tzaddikim, is their ma'asim tovim. Not enough just to be a meyuchas, to have yichus. There's a famous story that somebody came to a Rebbe, and the Rebbe asked him, he came for a bracha. The Rebbe asked him, who are you? He says, who am I? I am the son of my father and my grandfather, and who were great rabbis. And the Rebbe asks him again, who are you? And he keeps saying, I have a great-grandfather and a great-great-grandfather that were tzaddikim. And the Rebbe again asks him, who are you? Which is saying the same word, that it's not enough to have yichus. The Rebbe asked him, who are you? Do you have any good deeds? Do you have any Torah? Do you have any kindness? Do you have any chesed? The Rebbe wanted to know, who are you? Because that's the main Toldoseim Shel Tzadikim. Yichus is very nice to have come from a family of tzaddikim, but it's bigger and greater if this person does good deeds and learns Torah and does mitzvahs. That's the main thing. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Noach, it says, "Vatishocheis ha'oretz lifnei hu Elokim." The people were bad. They were corrupt in front of God. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I'm going to destroy the world. But it's the Pasuk says, they were corrupt, Vatishocheis ha'oretz lifnei hu Elokim, before God. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah Charav HaKodesh Moshe Yechiel Me'ozhrov says, what does it mean before God? Only God knew how bad they were. But on the surface, they seem to be wonderful people. They were tzaddikim. They did everything right. They talked a good game. but HaKadosh Baruch Hu saw right through them. But even though on the surface they seem to have been tzaddikim. We have to be genuine. We have to be genuine, and we have to be good and kind, really. Not only that Hashem should see, but Hashem should see all sides of us, good and not good. It shouldn't be that Hashem sees the truth and they're trying to cover it up and hide. We have to be genuine. So Hashem says to Noach, Asei lecho tevas atzei gopher. But we were only working with atzei. Make yourself an ark of wood. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah Harav HaKodesh Rabbi Yisrael Mimojitz says Teva means words. Words also, it means ark, but it also means words. You have to see, Asei lecha, make for yourself, that the words of Torah should be advisors, atzei. They should give you advice for life. You should be able to, if your person needs guidance, he should be able to look into the Torah and have guidance for himself. Make yourself words that are words of Torah, that they will be your advisors through life. We should be zeicher to this. Amen. The same pasuk, I say, Chassidic gems, continuing with Chassidic gems. Say lechot tevas atzei goifer. Now we're including the word goifer in this commentary. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Gopher wood is like sulfur wood. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah is saying, when you daven and say the tevas have tefillah, teva, asay lechot tevas atzei goifer, when you daven and say the words of tefillah, it should be with fire and brimstone. Gofris. Gofris means sulfur and fire and brimstone. It should be with enthusiasm. So we should be zeicher to this. Amen. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Noach, the Rebbeinu Shalom tells Noach, Asei lecho tevas atzei goifer, v'chofarto oiso mibayis u'michutz b'koifer. You should pitch it within and without with pitch. B'kofer meaning pitch. Smear it so that the water should not come in. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah are telling us, Ba'kofer means kapara. It means forgiveness. Who will be zoichel the kapara? Who will be zoichel to attain forgiveness? Somebody who's mibayis u'michutz. He's genuine. The outside and the inside are one. He doesn't speak one thing and mean something else. He's genuine through and through. Inside and outside, then he will attain kapara. We should be zeicher to this. Amen. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Noach, the pasuk says, Upesach hateva b'tzido tosim, that the door of the ark you should put on the side, not on top. And Rashi says the door should not be on top, shelo yiplu hab-geshomim bo, so that the rain should not fall into it. Geshomim means rains, geshem. The rain should not fall in it. That's the simple. The Chassidic Torah are still going with the idea that teva means words of davening, words of tefillah, teva. So he's saying that watch yourself when you daven and you say the tevos of davening, that there shouldn't be any thoughts of materialism, gashmias, not reins. It should not. While you're davening, you could start thinking of, oh, I need this, I need that, I need this. Thinking about materialism rather than thinking of what you're saying, and rather that you're thinking about ruchnias. We should be zeicher to this. Amen. Sikum, this is a summary of the Hashkafas HaTorah that we learned from the Chassidic gems. We learned yichus is a very nice thing to have. Genealogy, come up from a very good family. But the greater thing is to have your own yichus, to be able to do good things on your own. That's greater than having yichus, even though yichus for genealogy is a great thing, but it's greater to do good things and have your own yichus. We learned that there are some people that on the externally they seem to be very good, very fine. But Hashem sees right through you, and He knows who you really are. You have to be genuine. You can't do wrong things and appear to be doing the right things, because Hashem knows the truth. We also learned that for guidance in life, the greatest guidance you could have is through Torah. Learn Torah. Ask somebody advice of what Torah would advise, because the Torah has in it the answers for everything. We also learned that we have to daven with our whole heart and soul, with enthusiasm, with fire and brimstone. We also learned that when you daven the holy words of the Torah, of the Siddur, of the Tefillah, be very careful not to have thoughts of gashmias, of materialistic thoughts. You should daven that you should be a Talmud Chacham, you should be a Reish Shamayim, you should be a Baal Chesed, you should be somebody that Hashem is proud of. Instead of just davening, please give me this and give me that, give me more gashmias. That's not the way to daven. We should be zeicher to all these hashkafas HaTorah. Amen v'amen.